and gentlemen, my name is Stalker, and if you don't recognize me, it's because I've lost a little bit of my luggage. But you might know me as the man who introduces almost every episode of the spectacular hit Mobile Fighter G Gundam. Now you're probably wondering, what am I doing up here today? Well, I've been invited by a wonderful woman named Lashada Decree and the CWF to host the very first CWF talk show, Stalk Talk. Now we're a little bit behind, but let's get to schedule. I would like to introduce our CEO, Miss Lashada Decree.
What's good, y'all? My name is Cosplay Decree. I am the CEO of the Cosplay Wrestling Federation, the #1 company in cosplay sports entertainment.
It is so good to have you here, Miss Decree. Now, I do have a few questions for you. The first one I would like to ask is, what made you want to host tonight's main event, the Masters 8 Tournament?
The Masters 8 Tournament is a little invention of mine, because this is our 10th anniversary. And when it comes to our 10th anniversary, 10 years of being on top, I gotta make it something a little spicy for the CWF universe.
Well, that is fantastic to hear, and I hope that everyone will be there and enjoy that show. I do have another question for you, and what competitor are you looking forward to seeing the most tonight?
That is a good question. I mean, you know what? Moomin Rider has been walking up the ranks. Isn't that right? And you know what? I think he could pull it off. But one more thing also, you know, I don't know if y'all saw ALA, but you saw what happened to Jigglypuff? That was pretty funny, huh? That was hilarious. I hope something happens again, because, you know, I wasn't expecting that.
I don't know if funny is the word I would use, but I completely understand that. If you may come right over here, because I'd like to introduce our first actual guest, and that is Mr. Phoenix Wright. There you go.
Objection to the microphone being off! My name is Phoenix Wright, and I am your cosplay public defender #1, and I am one of the entries in the Masters 8 CWF tournament in just a few short minutes.
About a half an hour.
In panels room 1?
That is correct, sir.
All right.
I have a couple of questions for you as well. Mr. Wright, I want to thank you first for joining us on the first ever Stalk Talk. We haven't seen you for a few years at Fanime. How does it feel to be back after all this time?
It feels good to be back at Fanime! But as you know, justice never sleeps, and I'm here to bring plenty of justice to the Masters 8 tonight.
Perhaps we will find a few people guilty then.
Oh yes.
And you also have an accomplished career here in the CWF. What would it mean for you to win this Masters 8 tournament?
The Masters 8 is a champion among champions. There is not a contestant who hasn't tasted gold around their shoulders, their belts, the wonderful glitter of a victory. So this would be not just a win for me, but for the people as a public defender.
That is fantastic to hear. Lashada, do you have any thoughts? It's okay if you don't. Oh.
Objection to this microphone too!
I know. It has been a while since you've been around this part of the circuit. Do you think you're ready?
I'm always ready. I've always got the verdict, and the verdict is guilty!
Well, we look forward to seeing you tonight, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Thank you.
At this time, I would like to welcome our next guest, A man who needs no introduction, a man among men,
Gaston! That's right, the man among men will be representing at the Masters 8 tournament tonight, and I am not just a man among men, I am the 24/7 champion as well!
Congratulations on that victory. Gaston, earlier this year at Anime Los Angeles, you actually were holding another title, the Blackout title, which you lost, which you won here not but a year ago. How have you been since that loss?
Well, of course, Gaston has been back on the grind. Like I said, I became the 24/7 champion. I may have lost once, but you can't keep a good man among men down!
Sorry about that. That's good to know. You're going to need that fighting spirit here in the tournament tonight. I do have one more little question. You're one of the competitors here who hasn't won the CWF Heavyweight Championship that's participating tonight. Do you think winning this tournament would silence the critics that are saying you haven't been able to finish that job?
If there's one thing Gaston has learned over the years, the more successful you are, the louder the critics are. So no, it will not silence them, because when I am successful, when I am raising the Masters 8 trophy over my head, it will just make them louder, and Gaston will just say, you ain't got the trophy.
All right. Lashana, do you have any thoughts again?
Here's a question, Gaston. How much can you deadlift?
Well, do you want the actual number, or do you want me to be cute? Because I can for sure deadlift you.
Ooh, your choice.
We'll just keep it a secret right now, because I have learned the hard way you never reveal a woman's weight.
That's a little spicy. Well, I want to thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you in the competition this evening. Our last guest, another man who needs no introduction, a former CWF Heavyweight Champion, Senor Mustache, and the Spicy Burrito! You forgot to take a microphone.
Who feels like some burritos?
Senor Mustache, Spicy Burrito. Last year, you suffered a defeat at the hand of Coach Connors, posing as the Trash Man. Since then, things have been a bit dicey. What would it mean for you two to win here tonight?
I want the people to know that Spicy Burrito was cheated out of his victory. Spicy Burrito is what the people want. He's the top contender. He's on everybody's tongues. And he's gonna come in, set up his little burrito shop, and he's gonna run the fade, and it's gonna be 1, 2, 3.
Well, I would definitely like to get a piece of that. What makes Spicy Burrito of 2024 different than the Spicy Burrito of 2023?
Well, as you can clearly see, Spicy Burrito has a hat. And under this hat is many surprises. Surprises that you'll have to see at tonight's show.
Well, that is fantastic. Lashana, any thoughts, any questions?
Y'all been out with us for several years, a legendary run, but we have seen what's under this foil. Is there any more to excite me?
There's always more meat from mommy.
Well, Spicy Burrito, once again, like the other competitors, I wish you luck tonight in the Masters 8 tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, you can join us at Panels Room 1 at 4:30. In just a short half hour, you might want to leave soon to line up and... Wait a second. I didn't have an extra card. Lashada. I think a master thief must have slipped me something. It looks like we will have Lupin and Jigen tonight with us as well.
Well, you're gonna have to find out tonight.
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, the first Stock Talk is done for this weekend. Join us tomorrow at 3:30 where we will have another special edition of Stock Talk here at Fanime.
Ha ha ha.